So let's talk about like, oh hey, I have a loot box. Well, let's talk about this loot box first. Um, so as today's thing is obviously is going to be on like esports. So obviously both as a gamer and as a coach. So as a gamer, and I don't claim to be like the know-it-all and the best at like life and everything. Oh my god, 500 coins. Yes. It's always a good time to get many things. But there's a lot that people should understand, and my background is I was able to start a video game club at the high school I worked at for a year, and then this all happened within the past year. Okay. Also, we're gonna watch me suck while I do talk about this stuff, playing competitive things. So disconnect of like between being a gamer and then being a coach, where a lot of it consists of like, you know, obviously like if you're the football player, you're the one who's actually doing the work, all right? And I'm not saying that like that people suck doing that. It's like they are stuck literally in that position where like all you really need to focus on is what really the coach tells you what to do. So in that sense, it's kind of the same with esports coaching, just because of the fact that you have like let's take it in terms of Overwatch. You have a coach who's willing to take a look at replay film, and because you need to do that, you need to have someone to do that. You need to have that coach that actually tells you what you need to do. So yeah, talk about replay film. Please leave me alone. Talking about replay film, you have like the gamer focuses on just the gaming aspect. I know they focus on more things, but they also have to focus on keeping themselves like healthy. And yeah, so and here in esports, you're just like, well, what are they gonna do physically? Well, like look, like one, don't have a carpal tunnel. Like I mean, I don't, but I'm just saying like that's the coach's job. Hello, that's the coach's job. And there's people talking next to me. That's the coach's job to actually do like to do the management of the team that the gamer can't do, because really the gamer just focuses on playing the game, focusing on focusing on their skills to make themselves better in that aspect. The coach is there as a support and also telling them what to do. So boy, it's just going great so far. So I feel okay. So and also if it gets laggy, let me know, because I'm still trying to get used to all this BS with streaming, because it doesn't really, I just spit on my makeshift pop filter, but I'm trying to stream a little bit more consistently, especially in the realm of games. But yeah, so that's the importance of a coach. Like that's the like, and I think I covered it all a little bit, not too much. This light is just blowing my god, just shining in my eye right now. Boy. Alright, let's go. Oh, of course they'd have a diva. And a Moira. And so gamers focus. I'm gonna try to do this. Like I realize how much of a horrible idea it is to focus on this while doing competitive matches, but I'm gonna do my best to actually talk about like the issue, like not issues, I'll just say like just the stuff that needs to be, you know, subtracted, talked about. Alright, and then Samar's gonna disappear pretty soon. Yep, there it is. And I couldn't disappear myself. First off, Diva. Thanks, Lucio, you're the best. So what do the gamers focus on? Like, obviously, so let's go back to the realm of football. For a coach to actually, for a team to actually do well, you need a solid staff. So you need a coach that is able to take a step. And the reason why my personal skill at gaming has kind of deteriorated is because I feel like I've found like, and I've noticed this within the past past several months, like my skill as a gamer has deteriorated because one, I stopped playing as much but started to focus on more like the plays, like what are people doing, what's the current meta for like games. So for example, Smash, I always, especially as a person in general, I pride myself in being a little bit more of an observant person. So and so in that was observational skills, in my personal opinion. Thanks, Doomfist. My observational skills in that sense, I feel that I'm able to. Can we get back to the payload? I feel like I'm able to sit calmly at the other side and say, hey, you need to not get stuck in the Reinhardt ult, for example. You need to do this, you need to do something like that. You know, making small choices and changes, you know, and obviously I wouldn't be doing it during a game, because that's stupid, that's kind of cheating. But it's one of those things where, like, if you're a coach, you need to have an understanding of the game that allows you to actually make the suggestions, and then also you don't want to come off as an asshole. Like, and again, and I don't claim to be good at the game, but I claim myself good enough to actually make the observational, like, changes, just, you know, but that's while I'm not playing. And that's where I go to the, of course, that's where I use the analogies or the metaphor for, I can't, for footballers. Because footballers, like I said, you don't see a football coach doing that anymore, but now that he has more focus and time on, I don't even know where that Soldier 76 is, now that that coach has more time and focus to be able to make those changes, make those analyses, that allows the actual gamer, like the footballer players, the gamers, to do their job. And that's getting better. That's actually making the plays that the coaches suggest. So yeah, a lot of it, like, and I'm not saying gamers, esports athletes can't make those decisions, but when you're already thinking, like, the human brain can't really believe, I mean, it's impressive. The human brain is impressive, don't get me wrong. But when you can't make enough changes to, I mean, when you're already making enough changes, when you're already making enough changes to your personal gameplay style while playing, and then you have to make 17 others for your own team, because, like, there's gonna be a leader, like Aaron Rodgers in the Green Bay Packers. That is another good one that, like, and if you guys watch football, like, go ahead. Like, I don't know if you do or not. Wow, it really would. If you guys watch football, that is just totes malotes cool, and you kind of would understand the entire process of it. Okay, I'm alright with it. Oh, what? Somebody in our team laughed. How rude! I guess this is what I've done. Or, I guess.
My ultimate is charging. Surrender, I will.
So let me, you know, I will talk about this in a second. I promise I will remember what I was talking about, and I will go from there. This is like, you know, when you're like in a 5v6, kind of, I mean, y'all understand it's a little bit harder than I thought it would be. But yeah, this is what I mean though. Like, you're trying to game, and like, I'm not even communicating with my team. Like, that's, first off, that's a big no-no. Don't ever do that on competitive, like, anything. Stop it, Doomfist. I hate your double fisting shenanigans. No! Did it explode? Anyways, so the bigger, like, and I said, like I wanted to say earlier, the bigger disconnect is when you're not, when you actually take yourself out of the game. If and when you do have the ability to take yourself out of the game, then you realize that there are a lot more options than what you originally would have thought of as a gamer. And my favorite thing to realize is that as like, and I worked with like high schools coaching, so I'm like I said, I don't claim to be the best at it, but I realized being an observer makes it a lot easier to actually ascertain different scenarios of the game. So and that's basically like the gist of it. Like there's just a lot of understanding of the content of the game. And I need to run away for a second in a safe space. This is my safe space. Gosh. I don't know if I got the mail. I need to pay attention to my... Gosh, that one person that accidentally disconnected, I kind of feel bad for. Alright, so... And like I said earlier, there's this huge disconnect between coaching and esports play, like athletes. So an esports athlete and an esports coach. I should have just said that earlier. And it's really important to understand that you can't be the best. Like it's borderline. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just more so in my, like I said, a lot of these are my opinions from like just the past year alone. Oh, I wanted to be okay. A lot of it it's just personal opinion at this point, like, but it's sound. Again, it's sound. I mean, if I want to say personal opinion, I also can't say sound reasoning because I feel like that does defeat the purpose of me saying these things. But like, I've coached high school kids, at least in Smash and Overwatch, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I am a garbage competitive person when it comes to this. I mean, like, my PS4 ranking was gold, for the love of God, and I am on PC. I switched like earlier this summer, and I just started playing the game again like a month and a half ago. When you take yourself out of the game, it's like being that that innocent bystander without the innocence. When you take yourself out of the game, you find yourself just understanding more concepts. And that's what I feel like I've been able to accomplish a little bit more. You know what I mean? So, granted, if you want to, like, being an esports coach, at least at a high school level, and I mean possibly at a collegiate level at this point, I'm not sure. But if you want to be an esports coach, you just have to make sure you understand, like, you don't really need like a specialty in anything. The best thing you need to have is like observational skills and an understanding of how the game is played. Gamers, the athletes, they need to, not only do they need to have an understanding of the game that they play and compete in, but they also need to excel at it. And that's what their focus is. They need to actually exert the energy. And I'm making it sound like coaches are lazy, and they're not, just saying. But gamers actually have to be the ones that can exert the energy to do like the physical labor. In this case, you know, shenanigans. And this Moira is gonna give me the best of times. And as long as you have an understanding of that, I feel like you'll be okay.
Gonna go for me, guys.
Especially when in terms of coaching, like, and obviously you would have a hand in choosing who you want on your team, like, as well. And then like, and I've many a time, like, and I kind of pride myself on not being as tilted as I should be, like, as like a typical gamer. But my favorite asset about, especially as being a coach, like, and I'm not trying to be like Jim Harbaugh about everything, like, if you guys want to follow Michigan football, I like the fact and I appreciate the fact that, especially being a gamer and a coach, that I wasn't that toxic or that, you know, that asshole of a player, because my favorite, because when you, especially when you're shit. Especially when you're thank you healing. Especially when you are like you're trying to do things such as thanks enemy Diva Sombra maybe? Yeah, Sombra. No Diva. Oh gosh. I'm sorry guys. Oh, I tried. Oh, hey, I got a mech. But especially when you're like doing team compositions and stuff, like once again, you need that outside view. And I used to think that I wanted like the most, like especially with the kids, I used to think that I wanted the most skilled player. And that's not necessarily the case anymore. Like, yeah, you can get the most skilled player on your team, but is he an asshole? Or are they an asshole? Sorry, I'm trying to be a little bit more gender neutral about these things, so you're just going to like, you know, I will deal with this, like I will get used to this in time. We are getting steamrolled right now, kind of. I mean, we were holding pretty well. Jesus. Because I'm not gonna name names because that would be literally a breach of protocol. Where's my team? Am I stupid? Oh gosh, I'm stupid. What? Why is my team over here? Hello. Okay, I'm gonna keep talking as much as I can. It's just really hard. No, hello. I'm proud of the life choices I made with Diva, because she is obviously my first bae. If you haven't seen my video on my reaction video to the anime short, just as a heads up, that was like my favorite thing to do, and it was the first thing I've ever done. Haha. Oh, I could have launched that if I wanted to. No, please don't. I'm just a little diva. Oh my god. Someone's following me, and I am not a fan. Okay. So, yeah, like I wanted to say earlier, you can't... Like, I had a kid that he was a great Injustice... He was a really good Injustice 2 player. Like, really good. And he was definitely a really good Smash player too, but the problem is, like, he had the skill, but he lacked two things: the adaptability and just the personability as well, like, that a lot of players need to have, especially, like, think about... Oh lord, I'm gonna just try to fire an out here when I can. Yeah, I'm not having this, guys. Okay, cool. Sweet. Anyways, yeah, like, the kid was a great player, alright, and I had two kids who were, like, really, like, I would love to talk about them as players. Oh boy. We have a tracer. I'm getting mowed down. I could do this. Oh, man, I couldn't do it. And again, okay, and positivity is important too. Like, you can't, like, and that's what I mean with this player specifically. Like, they were, oh boy, I can't remember what I was gonna say. See, this is what happens when I do, like, the point taken. I can't really like talk and do gaming. I mean, nobody really can, I feel. But the disconnect. I keep thinking of the word disconnect. I think that's like a sign. And watching, like, and gamers do, and I'm just gonna go back to the whole gamer thing. And I know gamers do watch their own replay footage because they want to know how to get better. But that's just one opinion. You know, to do a research project in college, for example, you need different opinions. You can't just like say it's your own and go from there. You need like better, you just need to have better assistance with that, if that makes sense. And that's what the coaches are there for. That gives that person another source of understanding, to know that, like, hey, this is what you're gonna do. Like, oh, okay, I was gonna do this, and then there's someone else to talk to. Like, think of Dr. House. He had, I mean, okay, it's show, but he had like a team to talk him out of his dumbass shit that was crazy, but it worked. You know, he ends up saving most of the lives that come up on his show, but that's the whole idea of it. And then when it comes to like going back to the team composition, I keep jumping everywhere. Going back to the team composition, you know, you have to understand that, like, you can have the best player, but if they don't actively get along as a team, you're only, like, in Overwatch, especially understanding how this game is heavily team oriented. Overwatch is not a one man can do it all, one person can do it all. Overwatch is, you're only as strong as your team, and I think that saying really comes into play in this game. So yeah, you, like I said, you can have like one of the best players in the game, at least in your region, but if they can't get along the team, then why are you, like, and I'm gonna make a kind of an outlandish statement here, if you can't play as in a team, why do you play Overwatch in the first place? Because competitively, it is a team esport. So when it comes to like coaching and the administrative part, like, yeah, you need to actually have an understanding about who you're taking in on the team. Like, do you want the nice person who can actually, like, you know, play a game and, you know, understand and like people, or would you rather have an asshole who's probably going to be like, he may or may not be the face of the team, but they might be considered an asshole and nobody really wants to play with them. I think I said that just weirdly, but yeah, especially with the extreme differences between the two, like, having a coach is really important just in any sport that you do, because it gives you, and if you want to appoint leaders or captains, that's just basically, that's entirely up to you and the team at that point. Yeah, I mean, other than that, like, I had a lot of stuff for this, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll talk about it more. Like, I talked about disconnect and yada yada yada. I'm trying to remember my life right now. I'm gonna go over here since Moira's over there. Hopefully I don't get followed. Oh shit. Oh, hell. Hey, wait. Okay, so is it me, or is it just hard to heal Wrecking Ball for some reason? Because he just moves the fuck around. Okay. And then one other thing that I've noticed is just like, when you are choosing teams, for example. You saw me sleep that guy, right? No! No! Why not? Why not? Hold on. Where is he? Okay.
I'm fired. Thank you.
Da, 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 da.
Watching your back.
How did I miss? I mean, it's. I'm not surprised. I'm really bad sniping. Would you consider this as? Ah, dang it! See, well, that's what I mean, though. Like these are things that you realize later on. Gosh. So like.
Come over here. Acknowledged.
Team composition, like, you know, you're gonna have 2 teams of 6 with with 2 extra subs. Shit. I'm just gonna come in late, and if I get like totally flanked, that is on me.
Nano boost almost ready.
No, I tried. Okay. Oh, now I have a thing.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Okay. Fire more. Okay, good. Yay. You know, I had more things for this, but I guess, you know, I'm slightly running out of time, so I really have to hurry before noon hits because I have somewhere to be. But yeah, basically just the whole thing, and you guys could talk to me about this after you watch this video or whenever. Esports, the differences between it being an esports coach and then the gamer, the esports athlete in this sense, you know. So just like I said, if you want to talk to me, I love talking about esports. Because like I said, I'm so bad. I'm just god awful. I mean, you could probably already tell. Like I don't claim to be the best. I just love video games, man, and like, you know, having a love for it, and then having an understanding I'm glad I have an understanding. It makes me feel a little bit better, actually, going into like the coaching realm. Nah, dang it. Alright, let's just start healings here. Oh no, I missed. Ah, yeah, I didn't back up in time. Oh, that's smart. No idea where it was.
You're not getting rid of me that.
Well, oh boy, there goes the healers.
You're going to.
God damn it! So, yeah, another thing that a coach needs to have that most gamers don't really do well is the fact that they need to not be tilted. You need to actually be like, it studies, and I wish I could edit a video to show the different studies.
Get in.
Oh really? They're gonna have they have an Anna too now? I guess I should really focus on healing now.
You're going to be okay.
Okay, same trick. Same trick. I'm not falling for this again. No.
Shots find them. You're going to be okay.
Okay.
I'm with you. Come over here. Feeling sleepy?
Oh god. I love Anna's kit so hard.
Time to raise my APM. Routing power to forward center.
You're going to. It's okay. Fire at will. وديهم توجع. شكرا. You're going to be okay. You're powered up. Get in there.
Sorry, see, I can't talk while I'm focusing on playing. Oh boy. Sorry, I feel bad. I couldn't like really say anything.
Play of the game.
That was a really good play. I agree. It was good. I liked him. He was cool. Good. I feel a little bit better that I won a game. Like it took me a bit, but like understanding that, you know, to play as Anna, for example, like you need to not be afraid of just shooting darts out when you can and when you need to. Like obviously don't just, okay, so this is gonna be like kind of contradictory to what I just said, but you want to like shoot the darts. You got to really think about the placement of the darts, like, and that's just one of those like split-second decisions that you need to make. So when, like, for example, the McCree that I saw, or like even the Pharah, you know, or like the Roadhog, like a lot of the sleep darts, like when you think about it, when people are doing their ults, that's them, not that they're stationary for most of it, or where they're going, it's pretty dang obvious where they're gonna go. They want to kill people with ults generally. Well, people like the characters like those. And again, these are all the things I wouldn't have realized if I didn't sit back and watch footage and tell people constantly, time and time again. Like, and you learn, like, I guess in a way, as when you become somewhat of a coach, you start to understand the game a little bit more than what you originally went into doing it, going into it, you know. God, just out of curiosity. Oh, okay, cool. I'm really good at times. Um, and I feel like with like, and I obviously the team just worked well. Like somehow we were able to communicate. We were able to see like, hey, we got 2 healers. Like awesome. Playing in Overwatch too, like, and something I understood is that you need to play to your character's strengths. Like I've seen too many like Moiras and Annas, like focus straight on killing when they needed to have been healing. That was actually like a good. I would like to think that was a better balance of doing both. And again, these are things that I realized as like someone who sits on the coaching realm on the other side of the like that line of coaching, because like I said, not only do the like athletes have to have a understanding of the game, but they also need to excel at what they do. And so yeah, you need a good team. Like I don't know how to stretch that enough. And how do you have a good team? Well, you get players who want to work as a team and are willing to adapt and learn and communicate with the rest of the team that they've been chosen and they were assigned to do. You know, heaven forbid, like let's look at the Shanghai Dragons. They didn't do well. They what was like 0-40 something record. Like that's, you know, that's just awful. Like, and I don't want to talk shit about them. I'm just saying like it's just a reality. Honestly, a lot of downfall is either like lack of communication generally, especially in like the earlier the earlier sets of like competitive gaming. You have people who don't communicate well, and once people don't communicate, once they start like throwing it out their asses saying like, oh, you're garbage, switch to something else, like no, that's where the team falls. And you know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you, especially as like Overwatch players, have understood like the times where you've gotten tilted, or your friend or your teammate or whatever has gotten tilted, and that just ruined like one your relationship with them in that sense, like, and you, because you don't want to talk to them for like a day because they're just assholes, or they're being assholes. And two, you notice that it clouds their judgment in gaming play, and they just get more frustrated. And that's the thing, like a coach is there to mediate the things as well between team members. So that's really all I have for that one. Like I have a lot more, and hopefully like I'll be a little bit better when it comes to like I have a appointment at noon regarding esports at the college level at Western Michigan, by the way. So check out WMU Esports. Last I checked, they're gonna have a kick-ass Overwatch team and a league team. So yeah. But yeah. It's, you have to understand. Like there are, and I'm pretty sure there are gamers out there. Like it's a huge world. I'm not. You hear people say it's a small world, but it's a huge world where people can literally do almost everything, and sometimes even better than you. But you know, as a gamer, like you just have to understand that when you need to be able to take a step away and say, "Hey, what is going on? What can I do to get myself better?" And I'm pretty sure a lot of football players do that. Coaches are there to make sure they do that, and like coaches are there to make sure like their team doesn't eat shit within the first 5 minutes of the round, you know. Coaches are there to make sure that if the team isn't able to make those adjustments, then sure, it's okay to drop a round. It's okay to lose. And honestly, like one thing that's really important is that it's better to learn from your losses. You hear this all the time. It's better to learn from your losses than just saying fuck that, you know? Like, oh, I'll do better next time. Well, yeah, you're gonna do better next time, but what else are you gonna do? You're gonna learn. That's how humans have evolved over the course of time. And I know I'm being a little bit of an existential, I'm on an existential soapbox right at this point, but you know, you have, oh, I got a highlight. You have the ability, once you do so, you have that ability to make those things happen. You have the ability to analyze, moderate, and understand what parts of the game you need to work on, And so, yeah, that's just, and this is just being on both sides. And honestly, it sucks, and I wish I still can. I feel like I still can, only 26. But, that's just something I realize is being on both sides of the spectrum. Being a gamer is like, you have to focus on the things that you're good at. You need to have a great understanding of the game, then you need to actually excel. And this is for like other games. And then when it comes to Overwatch, there's the addition of like team. Like, you have to communicate well with your team. Like, that's there. It's not like League of Legends where you could just carry a team and break your back doing it. Like, one person can only excel in this game if they're supported by the others. It is a team-based effort. Like, there's no feeding in this game. There's just skill level, and it's all skill. Like, are you good at the game? Are you not? If you're not, then go ahead. Please keep going. Give it a try. Keep practicing. Watch gameplay videos. Whatever. Like, whatever it takes. Like, play with other people. Play online. For the love of God, this is better than Nintendo's like online service for Smash. Like, Overwatch people have an opportunity to get better. What people need to work on, especially team, like, take it from me, people, esports athletes specifically, they need to work on communication, positive communication with their team. And here I am just going off on a tangent. Like, you have the ability to practice it. This is one of the great things about esports. You have the ability to practice communication at the safety of your own seat at home. Like, I don't, that, like, hell, that's like hella comfortable to me. So yeah, just, if you want to be an esports gamer, go ahead and do it. If you want to be an esports coach, you could damn well do it. Just make sure you have an understanding of both games and understand your roles and all of it. And no matter if you're playing as a healer, as an esports person, or if you're playing as an analyst and a moderator, what are you looking for as a team in general? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of the things I skipped. So just drop it in the comments when you watch the video later, and hopefully I will do my best to fill in. I was just, like I said, it's a lot. I kind of went in thinking I could actually play the game and talk at the same time, and obviously that kind of just really was counterproductive in that sense. But I had fun doing it, and honestly, yeah, that the last thing is just to have fun. It's like, we were all kids one time, and when we were kids, we loved to get video gaming, and it's fun. Like, just have fun doing it. Like, no matter what you do, where you go with like your life, just have fun. So anyways, that's me. That is my soapbox for the day. Thanks for listening and watching. Like, appreciate you guys taking the time to do so. If there's any, like I said, if there's any questions, like whatever you would like me to answer, just drop it in the comments, or I think it's on this side or this side, one of the two. And I promise I will get back to those within like soon. I'll just say soon. So anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. I'll be streaming a little bit later if you guys want to keep watching, but other than that, yeah, you see my Overwatch tag. It's Pinoy Night 5 hashtag number 1256. There's that. Follow me on my website, Instagram. I should put those links on my Twitch too. But anyways, yeah, you guys have a great Friday, and I hope to hear from a lot of you soon. Bye.